News from the Paralympics now. Gamini Dissanayake of Sri Lanka was defeated in the men's wheelchair tennis event, while Pradeep Sanjay failed to progress in the men's 200 metres T46 event at the 2012 Paralympic Games in London. Pradeep Sanjay, who competed in round 1 of the men's 200 metres T46 event, failed to qualify for today's round of the race. Running in Heat 3, Pradeep finished 7th from amongst the 8 sprinters who took part after clocking a time of 23.40 seconds. Over at the Eton Manor, Gamini Dissanayake of Sri Lanka took on Frederic Catano of France in the wheelchair tennis round of 64. Dissanayake was defeated 6-4, 6-love by the Frenchman. Sri Lanka lost their first 2 matches of the Borneo Sevens rugby tournament in Malaysia today when they suffered defeat at the hands of Japan and Chinese Taipei.
12 countries including Sri Lanka are competing in 4 groups at the Borneo Sevens rugby tournament in Malaysia. Sri Lanka pitted against Japan and Chinese Taipei in Group C. Today, Sri Lanka had to contend with a strong Japanese lineup, which dished out some attacking rugby right from the kick-off in the opening match. At Lemons, the scores read 12-7 with Japan in the lead. Japan went on to win the match 32-7. Sri Lanka then took on Chinese Taipei in the second match of the day, but had to suffer a 17-14 defeat. The Lankans will take on Japan and Chinese Taipei once again tomorrow.
Sri Lanka could not retain the Asian netball title when they were defeated by Singapore in the finals of the 8th Asian Netball Championships in Colombo yesterday.
Sri Lanka went into the finals of the 8th Asian Netball Championships at the Sukhdadasa Indoor Stadium in Colombo as defending champions. The host nation, which competed in Group A, were undefeated in the tournament. The highlight of Sri Lanka's performance at the Asian Netball Championship was the massive 127-3 victory the team clinched against Nepal. The Sri Lanka team, led by co-captain Tharjini Shivalingam, who is the tallest female netball player in Asia, drew first blood in the finals against Singapore and dominated the first few minutes with a 4-0 lead. However, Singapore came back strongly to take the first quarter 13-12. The final, which was full of thrill and tension, saw Singapore taking a narrow 26-25 point lead in the second quarter. The third quarter was tied at 36-all, with both teams fighting to stay in the game. The fourth and final quarter left everyone at the Sukhdadasa Indoor Stadium at the edge of their seats. However, Singapore came out on top to enjoy a nail-biting 48-47 win against Sri Lanka.
ජාඇල් ඒකල විදිවන ඔරෙක් සිටි සාප්පු සංකීර්ණය රුපියල් ලක්ෂයක් ගෙවා අදම වෙන් කරවා.
St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia is preparing for a festival of choral music and entertainment. First has the details.
St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia has inaugurated the Canon Roy Yin Choir Fund in aid of the choir of the college's Chapel of the Transfiguration. The first activity to raise funds will take place when the Thomian Choir collaborates with the Dilanarul brothers at a festival of choral music, which will be a collection of well-known anthems, hymns and psalms interspersed with readings from the Holy Scriptures. The festival will get underway on the 16th of September at 6 p.m. at the Chapel of the Transfiguration. MTV MBC are the media sponsors of the event.
This service will be a joint service which will be led by the choir of St. Thomas's together with the Dinanarol brothers coming together for the first time in this joint venture. The objective of this service is not only to praise God through familiar hymns and anthems, but also to launch the Roy Yin Choir Fund.
Well, the final Randoli Perahara of the historic Mahiyangana Raja Mahavihara and the Sumana Saman Devalaya paraded the streets yesterday. Following the Randoli Perahara, the Vadi Perahara of the indigenous community in Sri Lanka also paraded the streets early this morning. We leave you tonight with the visuals of these Peraharas. Good night.